What if I told you the richest man in modern history didn't invent oil, but he figured out how to control every single drop of it? This is the story of John D. Rockefeller, a bookkeeper turned oil king, whose net worth in today's dollars would be over $400 billion. From humble beginnings to a ruthless monopoly, from deep faith to deeper controversy, this is how one man reshaped capitalism forever. Born in 1839 in Richford, New York, John Davison Rockefeller grew up in a poor household. His father, William Big Bill Rockefeller, was a traveling salesman, a man with many secrets and a reputation as a swindler. He sold fake cancer cures and once disappeared for months, leaving his family to fend for themselves. This instability left a deep mark on young John. He quickly learned that if he ever wanted financial security, he would have to build it with his own hands. At 16, Rockefeller took his first job as a bookkeeper. He earned 50 cents a day, but more importantly, he studied everything, not just numbers, but behavior. He mastered negotiation, timing, and restraint. While other boys his age spent their money, John saved every penny. His obsession with control, order, and discipline began to form. By his early 20s, he spotted an opportunity: oil. In 1859, oil had just been discovered in Pennsylvania, and the rush was on. Everyone was digging wells. Rockefeller wasn't interested in drilling; it was too risky. Instead, he focused on refining, turning crude oil into usable products like kerosene. This was a strategic move. Drillers gambled. Refiners like Rockefeller made money consistently. He started Standard Oil with a few partners. But it was his strategies that set him apart. He bought out competitors, not always by force, but often through relentless pricing pressure. If you refused to sell, he'd undercut you until you had no choice. Sometimes he'd offer stock instead of cash, making former rivals rich, while bringing them under his control. One of his most powerful moves was securing deals with railroads. He negotiated lower shipping rates than his competitors, giving him a massive cost advantage. In return, railroads got guaranteed business. This quiet but deadly tactic crushed competition. By 1880, Standard Oil controlled over 90% of all oil refining in the United States. But the monopoly came at a price. Journalists and politicians accused Rockefeller of bullying tactics, backroom deals, and destroying small businesses. In 1904, investigative journalist Ida Tarbell published a scathing expose of Standard Oil, calling it a money octopus strangling fair competition. Public opinion turned against him. In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ordered Standard Oil to be broken up under antitrust laws. But here's the twist. Breaking up the company made Rockefeller even richer. He owned shares in all the new companies: Exxon, Chevron, Mobil, names that still dominate the energy world today. His personal fortune skyrocketed. Despite his cutthroat business tactics, Rockefeller was deeply religious and obsessed with legacy. He believed wealth came with responsibility. He gave away over $500 million in his lifetime, funding medical research, education, and public health. He founded the University of Chicago and Rockefeller University. His philanthropic model inspired future billionaires like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. Now let's talk about how you can apply Rockefeller's principles to your own life. First, control your costs. Rockefeller didn't make money by gambling. He made it by being ruthlessly efficient. Know where your money goes, negotiate better deals, and keep your overhead low. Second, scale through systems. He didn't build wealth by working harder. He built pipelines, teams, and networks. Whether you're running a business or managing a career, create repeatable systems that multiply your output. Third, invest for the long term. Rockefeller's wealth didn't come from quick wins. It came from consistent compounding over decades. If you want to get rich, think in decades, not months. And finally, be strategic. While others chased the shiny thing, Rockefeller focused on boring but profitable opportunities like refining. Sometimes the best path isn't the trend, but the infrastructure behind the trend. So here's a question. If you were alive in Rockefeller's time, would you compete with him or partner with him? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories of legendary wealth builders and the mindset behind their fortune, subscribe now. The next Rockefeller, could be watching this right now.